Hey, it's Tim Pillsbury. It's kind of a weird time to sell a house right now. There are more houses on the market now, so buyers can be a little bit more selective. But some of the toughest competition for sellers are builders who are selling brand new homes with special incentives that look really attractive to buyers. And you're not able, or in some cases, not even allowed, to offer those same incentives. Here's a strategy a seller can use to be more competitive with those new builds, make their listing stand out to buyers, and possibly make their home more affordable to buyers at a lower price point without having to cut the price. One of the reasons builders are winning in this market is because there's special financing incentives. Buyers see they can get a lower rate by going with the builder, and that makes their payment more affordable and lets them get into a more expensive home than they otherwise would be. Here's how you can do something similar with your listing. Instead of going to market with a really low price or doing multiple price drops, let the buyers know that you can offer seller funded interest rate buy downs for qualified buyers making qualified offers. It could be a permanent rate buy down or a temporary rate buy down. And here's what that looks like. Let's say you have a house listed for $500,000 and a buyer makes an offer for $10,000 less using a conventional loan with 20% down payment. That $10,000 discount is going to reduce their monthly payment by about $51 a month. That's okay, but does it really move the needle for a buyer that much? Maybe, maybe not. Instead of doing a $10,000 price discount, what if you marketed the property offering $10,000 towards an interest rate buy down? On a permanent rate buy down, that would lower the interest rate roughly 0.5 to 0.75%, which then reduces their monthly payment by closer to $160 a month. Now we're getting somewhere because that payment decrease now means buyers looking in a max price range 30,000 less than yours can now suddenly afford your more expensive home. Option three, let's take a look at a temporary rate buy down. How this works is that the buyer's lender basically takes that $10,000 you're offering and they hold it on the buyer's behalf and use it to subsidize the buyer's payment for the next 2 years. In year one, the amount of that monthly subsidy makes it as if the buyer's interest rate is discounted 2%. In this scenario, in real numbers, that's over $500 a month. In year two, the subsidy decreases to make it as if the buyer's interest rate is discounted 1%. But that's still over $250 a month. After the second year, that 10K subsidy has been depleted and the buyer goes back to making their normal payment. Some people prefer the stability of the permanent rate buy down, but some people may be in a situation where they're expecting higher incomes after 2 years so they can absorb that increase. Think about a two-person household where one person's getting their degree and entering the workforce in a year or two. Also, anyone on a temporary buy down program should have a rate alert set up with their lender so if rates go down, they can refinance and lock in that lower interest rate. But check this out. The first year payment with that payment subsidy makes the buyer's payment on your $500,000 home similar to what it would be on a home for only $415,000. Even on year two, when the subsidy amount decreases, their payment amount is still similar to what it would be on a home about $45,000 less than yours. So, do you think if you were to market your listing and include seller offering special financing incentives for qualified buyers with qualified offers, that could make your intro rate below 5%? Would buyers take notice of that? If a buyer said, that's a great house, I wish we could buy it, but it's a little outside our price range, and you're able to structure an offer where they could buy it and it would be affordable, do you think that would help get your house sold? If you're following along and all this sounds good and you'd like to see how we can set up this type of program, let me know. I'd love to help you out with it.